The Fall of Pizza Hut by Sunny V2. I didn't even know that they fell.
Failed franchises, bankruptcies, and almost no growth in revenue for the last 10 years.
Oh my god.
This is the sad reality for Pizza Hut, who have had so many store closures that there's now a subreddit dedicated to finding a former Pizza Hut restaurant.
The church is hilarious. I mean, repurposing these buildings, at least they're getting use, you know? It's funny though, it's such an iconic shape.
To understand why Pizza Hut has lost almost half of its market share over the last 20 years, we have to begin by asking the following question.
Ew.
Why was Pizza Hut so unique and successful in the first place?
That is a good question.
Pizza Hut had a reputation for having some of the craziest yet most unique and successful pizza designs, which were not only delicious, but also gave the public a reason to talk about the business. For example, in 1993, Pizza Hut released the Bigfoot, a massive 2 feet long by 1 foot wide square pizza creation, with the Bigfoot accounting for 18% of total sales.
18% of total sales? Ideas like the Bigfoot pizza are what made Pizza Hut a multi-billion-dollar business.
There was also the cheeseburger crust pizza, the hot dog crust pizza.
Ew. Hot dog crust pizza? This looks disgusting. What a horrible, horrible invention. Whoever made this? Nope. I hope that they never worked in food again.
And the cornflakes crust pizza. However, none of these were as successful as the now famous stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust is fire. I guess you need to have some hot dog crust and cornflake crust pizzas to make a masterpiece like stuffed crust.
Boosting Pizza Hut's stock price by roughly 50%. Of course, this strategy led to the occasional flop, such as their controversial lasagna pizza, which was described in a review as the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life genuinely. But for the most part, these experiments seem to help Pizza.
What is this? Ew, cheesy bite bacon salad pizza.
The early memories that we all have of going to dine in at our local Pizza Hut are infinitely more memorable than the hundreds of times we've ordered takeaway from Domino's.
I've never gone to a Pizza Hut restaurant, but people always talk about them. I guess maybe it just died before I started going to restaurants often. My family just never did it.
During the dine-in days, Pizza Hut had something that physically separated them from the competition. Nobody could offer an experience quite like Pizza Hut, providing them with unbelievable levels of success, especially in the early days. Pizza Hut had the monopoly on pizza and you paid through the nose for one. At first they had to educate the dining public with little signs saying, pizza is traditionally eaten with the fingers.
You're saying that people didn't know that pizza was eaten with their hands? What?
I remember that a family-sized pizza cost around $20. Nowadays that would equate to probably $50 or more for a pizza. People paid it because they were experiencing this delicious food for the first time. The Pizza Hut dine-in experience was seemingly profitable in the beginning, but this didn't mean that it was going to be successful.
Sort of luxury. That's interesting.
Anecdotes claim that a new source destroyed Pizza Hut dine-in completely, or that dine-in was destroyed by their staff choices. However, the main issue seemed to come from other competing pizza brands who were specializing in delivery.
Yeah, I mean, if you can give... It's like streaming, you know? If you can give someone a similar experience at home, they're probably going to choose to do it at home.
There's something about pizza that makes it perfect for eating at home. The box acts as a plate, there's no cutlery needed, and the compact design of pizza reduces the potential for mess.
I mean, also
Domino's
just
began to
yum.
take advantage of this at a time when Pizza Hut didn't even offer delivery. In fact, Pizza Hut only began delivering pizzas 27 years after launching their business, doing so because they saw how successful Domino's was.
Interesting.
The convenience of delivery meant that you didn't need to go to a dine-in restaurant, and if you did desperately want all-you-can-eat Pizza Hut, you could literally just go to any all-you-can-eat restaurant offering pizza and eat your 8 slices along with 100 other food options.
Yeah, but way less yummy though, right? I mean, you don't get the cheesy bacon bite salad pizza there. This video is making me so hungry.
As mentioned earlier, Pizza Hut adopted the dine-in model when pizza was an exclusive new dish from Italy. However, Domino's and delivery in general turned pizza into just another fast food.
That's really interesting. It's interesting to think that pizza was once a luxury good in the culture, and then Pizza Hut shifted it, and then they lost to their new competitors who entered the space.
Pizza Hut became no fancier than McDonald's or KFC, so why would you take your family to eat there as a special occasion?
I mean, also, like, they didn't really brand themselves as luxury. Like, look at this.
Then there was Pizza Hut's increased pricing and decreased quality. Overnight, the price went up from $6.49 to $8.49. The high school students, previously a common sight, disappeared. With fewer people, the quality suffered. Pizza Hut was always more expensive than the alternatives, affordable only when getting second, third, fourth pizzas at a reduced price. But it got more expensive. The pizza remained very greasy and people started eating low carb. There are better alternatives, especially for that money. Pizza Hut CFO David Gibbs made the claim that having dine-in restaurants is now a negative for the business, stating the challenge Pizza Hut faces is that it has a large dine-in business. Dine-in is waning in relevance. In other words, Pizza Hut needs to focus less on dine-in and more on what people want, which is to take their pizza with them.
Seems like that they just raise their prices to kill their dine-in place. I think that dine-in restaurants will always be relevant unless barring some sort of pandemic. People like to eat out. The thing is, if you get big in food, you have to be serving a massive number of people at all times, and most people don't want a dine-in experience. That might be true.
This was also highlighted by Artie Stars, the president of Pizza Hut USA, who stated the biggest problem that Pizza Hut is facing is perception, explaining that many of its customers don't associate Pizza Hut with delivery. Stars said the facade of its locations reinforces this idea.
Interesting.
To lure in diners. When you drive by the location, it doesn't scream "we deliver." And on the topic of Pizza Hut in comparison to its competition, we should also highlight that Pizza Hut is extremely uncompetitive from a health perspective.
I mean, all delivery pizza is just so bad for you.
Their standard pepperoni pizza contains a whopping 8,153 kilojoules, equal to almost 2,000 calories, which is close to the entire recommended daily adult calorie intake.
Yeah, but who's gonna eat a whole pepperoni?
Almost twice as many calories as Domino's pepperoni pizza, which has
that's crazy that it's double.
Kilojoules, or a little over 1,000 calories. But it's not fair to make this point unless we see the size and quality of each pizza. So we ordered a pepperoni from Domino's before doing the same with the nearby Pizza Hut in order to compare the two.
Oh, this is true research right here. Wow.
As mentioned, the Domino's pepperoni came in at 1,064 calories, while the Pizza Hut pepperoni came in at 1,948 calories. And with the Pizza Hut pepperoni costing double the price of the Domino's pepperoni, you might expect that the Pizza Hut pizza would be double the size.
I mean, it's double the cals, so.
However, as you can tell from the opening, this isn't the case whatsoever. The Domino's pizza had a surface area of 510 square centimeters, while the Pizza Hut pizza had a surface area only 12% larger at 572 square centimeters.
They did not compute the surface area for the research. That's so hype.
Additionally, the Pizza Hut pepperoni weighed in at 1.46 pounds, making it
geometry coming in clutch.
The Domino's pizza at 1.36 pounds. Now, to Pizza Hut's credit, their pizza definitely presented and subjectively even tasted better than Domino's. However, with the Pizza Hut pepperoni being double the price and double the calories with no real distinct advantage, it becomes obvious as to why Pizza Hut has become uncompetitive. When looking at Pizza Hut's menu, you'll also notice that the days of Pizza Hut trying wacky, unconventional designs are certainly long gone. The only crazy product that they have on their website is a range of pizzas which use a chicken schnitzel as the base. But apart from that, almost everything else on the menu feels like something you could get from Domino's at a cheaper price. Nowadays, there's so many restaurants, not just dedicated pizzerias, that offer pizza on their menu that you can simply get better quality food at discounted low prices at other places. It's not even worth using Pizza Hut for pizza anymore. You'll get better results elsewhere. Now, to Pizza Hut's credit, they did try to overhaul the menu back in 2014 when they introduced their biggest brand evolution ever called Flavor of Now.
How much do you think the marketing person who came up with Flavor of Now got paid?
However, their new upscale approach had minimal impact on Pizza Hut's revenue, which actually declined by $100 million in the same year that they implemented Flavor of Now, which becomes even worse if you consider that during the same time period, Domino's sales grew from $10 billion to $15.8 billion.
Yeah, this was a crazy time for Domino's, though. This was an insane time for Domino's. This huge marketing push, I remember it. It just completely transformed their perception.
And if we instead look at older data, we can see that the average sales per store has barely changed since 2006, which is about the point where the dine-in model died. While a consistent $12 billion per year over the last 10 years still seems like a pretty awesome scenario, the growth experienced by competing pizza brands has led Pizza Hut's market share to decrease from 25% in 1995 to 14.3% in 2016. 2016 also marked the year where Pizza Hut lost their 45 25-year-long title of the world's largest pizza brand to Domino's. However, their stagnant revenue has caused significantly worse problems than simply losing some arbitrary title. For example, in August 2019, Pizza Hut announced that they plan on shutting down over 500 underperforming stores in the US. And exactly 1 year after that, in August 2020, Pizza Hut's largest franchisor, MPC, announced that they were bankrupt, having roughly $1 billion in debt. 1 month after this, Pizza Hut announced that they'd be closing more than 10% of its stores in the UK, with this taking place in the very same year that Domino's and Papa John's had net gains of 17.6% and 15.9% respectively. In the process, Pizza Hut was undergoing a logo change, although not to something fresh representing a bright future, but rather to the same logo used during the Pizza Hut glory days of 1974 to 1999. Stated, embracing our iconic Pizza Hut logo is recognition of a time period where Pizza Hut unequivocally reigns supreme, because that's where the future is headed. However, at the same time,
So the future's headed back to the 90s? What?
it feels as though they're desperate to remind the world that Pizza Hut still exists, and this doesn't sound like the kind of play made by a company who's going to be reigning supreme anytime in the near future.
Rip. Subscribe.